welcome to Ambie's Kitchen. Happy to have you here today, and we're going to make some frittata muffins. What's great about frittata muffins is you can do them different ways in each of the muffin pans, however you like, whatever ingredients you like. Today we're going to do some ham and Swiss frittata muffins and some chicken frittata muffins, and that one's going to be a really unique recipe. But we'll go ahead and get started. I pre-chopped some green onions. There's 6 green onions here, and then I have about a half of a white sweet onion. We're going to just give this a quick chop. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop these in a saute pan with some baby spinach and some arugula. And that's going to go on both of them. So I think it's always pretty to have some onions and some greens. And so I'm going to come over here, follow me. We're just going to pop these in this pan, and we're going to put some saute on that, or just saute those so they're not going to be cooked really, really well, but they're going to be cooked good enough to where when we add the egg mixture and all the other goodies, oh, I got a little bit of Swiss cheese in there, we don't want that, then it's going to be not crunchy or have a bite when we serve that. So again, there's a half of a white onion, sweet onion, and 6 green onions chopped. Okay, now you might just think to put this in there because this breaks down so good, but I like to give this a quick chop. So you'll see what I just did. I did like a handful of each spinach and arugula, and I'm just going to give this a quick chop 2 ways. So just turn it and then give it another chop the other way, and then pop that into the pan. So we'll go ahead and pop this into the pan. And that way, in these muffin pans, it's not like you have these huge pieces of spinach and arugula, but it gives it enough flavor and enough consistency in there where you know that you have those greens in there. So we're going to just go ahead and turn this on medium and let that kind of simmer and saute. And I'm going to come over here and talk to you about what we're going to do with the muffin pans. So if you've seen my YouTube channel, I go over my house seasoning. And so I'm going to open this up and kind of show you a little bit about what's in here. So this is salt, pepper, garlic powder, and Italian seasoning. And salt, pepper, garlic powder, and Italian seasoning. That's all this is. So it's 2 tablespoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of pepper, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, and 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. And I mix that all up, and I always just keep this handy for all my recipes. It's just the perfect house seasoning for any recipe, and it just gives everything kind of what you need. So I have 12 eggs in here, and I'm going to put in a tablespoon of this house seasoning, and then like a half, not tablespoon, teaspoon, and then like another half. So almost about 2 teaspoons of seasoning, and 12 eggs. And I'm going to give that a mix. And this is going to be our egg mixture. And then I'm going to come over here, and I have 2% milk. I'm just going to do a cup of milk in here with this egg mixture. That's it. And that's your egg mixture, okay? Now, what's really cool about these muffin pans is you can kind of get creative. And one time we had friends over, and we went around and asked everybody what they wanted their frittata to be in their frittata, and we actually custom made each one for our company. But today we're just going to do some ham and Swiss in one. So if you I chopped some ham up, just some, smoked ham from the deli. If you can kind of look at this, it's just, you can buy this where it's packaged, and you can just chop that up. And if you can kind of come over here and take a look at these muffin pans, I don't know if you can put your camera down in here, my handsome cameraman, but can you take a look at this and kind of get that? So you can kind of see I have just some ham in each one, and just kind of evenly disperse it. Oh, I did grease these pans. So these pans have been sprayed with cooking spray to make sure that nothing sticks, because you want those eggs to pop out easy. And then I'm going to do the same. I'm just going to put that I have some chopped Swiss cheese here, just cubed Swiss cheese, and we're going to do the same thing in both of these. You can hear that saute going in the background, hopefully. Hopefully I'm talking loud enough, because I know I don't have a microphone, so I'm working on our production. But I don't have a microphone right now, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay. So you can kind of see, this is kind evenly just got the ham and Swiss in there. Okay, now I'm gonna, oh, you know what I'm gonna do too, just to kind of make this a little bit pretty? The egg mixture, the seasoning, and the milk, and then I'm just gonna put some parsley flakes. I just think that's pretty. It doesn't have tons and tons of flavor in parsley, but I do like these herb packs that you can get at Publix or any of your supermarkets. They're really great. They're called Gourmet Garden, and they really are fresh herbs. It's really cool. Now, here's a cool thing we're going to talk about today. I have some chicken salad left over from a birthday party that we did for my grandmother this week. And I just have a little bit left, just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pop that chicken salad evenly into each one of these muffin pans. And it's going to provide a ton of flavor, because what is in chicken salad? You have celery, you have onion. In this chicken salad, I have mayonnaise, I have celery, onion, and some hard-boiled egg. But it's going to provide a great amount of flavor for these chicken frittatas. And it's just like when I added the ham. Sorry if that's a little loud. It's just like when I added the ham. I just did the exact same amount in each pan, so you can kind of see that. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to add that Swiss. Oh, let me come over here and stir this a little bit, so if you can follow me over here. We're going to just give this a stir. So you can kind of see in this pan that that's breaking down perfectly. Because it's going to break down, because we got to get all that egg mixture and these vegetables in there. So look how beautiful that is. And you can see, if you've ever had frittatas, you know that onion and spinach goes incredible in frittatas. So see how that's just really incredibly breaking down. We're going to still give that a little bit of time. And I mean, you don't even want to give this 10 minutes. It doesn't even need that long. So hopefully if I do this right, like if I'm on like Chopped and I only have so much time, this is going to go really well together, where I finish this up right when that's done. So you can see I'm just putting that Swiss cheese. I'm going to try not to get that ham in there, because if somebody doesn't eat pork, this is a great option. So I have chicken in one and pork in the other, and that gives my company a choice if they don't eat ham. Now, the people that are going to be eating this eat both, so I'm not being super picky about them touching, but you would want to be very picky about your ham touching your cheese if you had someone that was not wanting to eat pork. So be mindful of that when you're doing this, but I'm kind of just doing whatever because I'm showing you recipes. Okay, so these are ready. So you can see here I have the Swiss cheese and the chicken salad in one, and the ham and Swiss in the other. And then we're going to come over here, and you can see I've got this mixture all beautiful. It's perfect. And we're going to take a spoon. Oh, let me rinse the spoon off. Rinse that spoon off because it had a little bit of that chicken salad. And we're just going to spoon a little bit of these ingredients in each one of these muffin pans. And you can see that, oh, it smells so good, you guys. Oh my goodness. You can just see that these frittatas are going to be so flavorful. And that seasoning that's in the egg mixture is going to be all the seasoning that we need for the frittata. Because it's going to go down in there and work that whole frittata. I'm going to call it frittata muffinata. These frittata muffinatas are going to be, I don't even know if that's a word, but it's a word today in Ambie's kitchen. So I'm sorry if I'm making a little bit of noise here, but just trying to get, oh, there's no onion in this one. You get this last bit of onion in this one. Okay, let me put this back over here. Okay, I'm going back. Okay, so if you can see, this is the chicken salad, Swiss, and some veggies, the veggies that you saw. And then this is the ham, Swiss, and veggies. So these are ready to go, and now comes the last part. So we mix that mixture again right before you start pouring in, and we're going to evenly pour this egg mixture into each one of these muffin pans. And hopefully if I did it right, because we used 12 eggs, and we used that 1 cup of milk, oh gosh, I hope I'm gonna have to maybe siphon some out of each one. I might need to, because it does work, so I might have just over poured some. But we'll come in, and I have a trick if I need to use some egg mixture from. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to use a teaspoon, and we're gonna borrow some of this egg mixture from. Now, you wouldn't want to do this if you're worried about the pork and the chicken, but we're not, so you would want to just mix some more and get that taken care of. But these 12 eggs, they're large 12 eggs, should be all you need to do these frittatas. So we're just going to keep borrowing some egg mixture for this last little muffin over here. It's coming together. So no big deal, you know, we make adjustments in the kitchen. But again, you'd want to be careful if you were dealing with any type of allergies or food preferences on pork versus chicken. But a lot of times, if you know your guests, you know what they can take and what they can't take, or what they can eat. I always ask my guests before they come over if they have any allergies or what they prefer to eat. But you can see, now that I've done what I've done and siphoned some egg mixture from each other, I'm gonna get a paper towel and I'm gonna wipe off any of this excess, because I want it to be pretty. But you can see that I was able to get the 12 eggs with the 1 cup milk mixture perfectly even in all those frittatas. Now I'm gonna pop these in the oven for 20 minutes at 325 convection. So I have this on 325 convection, which is about a 350 with air moving. And I'm gonna give them 20 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll pop them out and we'll give it a taste, okay? But I'm gonna clean this up before I put it in. Okay, thanks. I'll see you in a second. Okay, so we're back. And again, this is Ambie's Kitchen. Welcome to Ambie's Kitchen. I like to do tricks and techniques, or I don't know, hacks, if you will, on my videos. So one of the things I wanted to mention to you guys about the frittata muffinatas is I have some notes here I just want to go over. You can use any leftovers. So I use like some chicken salad leftover, but if you had artichoke spinach dip, or you had a crab salad, any leftover type of dish that you may have probably would work great in a frittata, because you can just add the eggs and the milk and it's going to come out to be something really fantastic. It already has all the flavors, all the seasoning. So think about your leftovers as a frittata opportunity. Second, you can freeze these. They're great to warm up in the microwave. Another thing that I love about these is you saw it's 1 egg and there's no carbohydrates except maybe a little bit from that sweet milk, but we used a 2% milk. So these are great for low carb portions. They're small portions. You can custom make them for guests, so you could go around and get everybody's ingredients and kind of have people could come and pop what they want their frittata to be. So you could have fun with these when you have guests over for breakfast. You just heat up some frittatas, do some bacon and some toast. You have a great breakfast for your guests, and they can kind of have fun custom making them if you wanted to do like a bar where you had all the toppings out. So you can have a lot of fun with these. So okay, so that's my tips. So my tips and tricks, okay? But we're about to go see my grandmother again, because she again just turned 97. So I'm just gonna pop out a couple of these for her, and we're just gonna pop them in this container. You saw that it popped out pretty easy, so maybe just a little bit left in there. So that's the ham and cheese, and then this is the chicken salad one. So I'm just gonna pop that in there like that, and we're good to go. Now I'm gonna because I have to taste one with you guys, because that's the rule, right? Of any good cooking show, the chef wants to, or the cook wants to test that. So I pop these in. Now I would let these cool and they would pop out really easy, but we're in a hurry, so I went ahead and just popped those in there. But I'm gonna go ahead and give one of these a taste for you guys, just because that's what we're supposed to do. And it's really hot because it just came out of the oven, so I'll have to blow on it. But you can see in here, I don't know if you can kind of zoom in, you can see the chicken salad. It doesn't even look like chicken salad. The eggs just cooked around that chicken and all that flavor. So it just makes an incredible, incredible frittata. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a quick taste. It is so flavorful because it not only has that seasoning from the egg mixture, but the chicken salad had that seasoning that I made when I made the chicken salad. So it has a really flavorful bite. I love that too, because when you have the leftovers and you make the frittata, you never know really what it's going to taste like because you're mixing those flavors together. So, frittata, muffinata, here you go. Have a great day. Okay, so I wanted to pop back in and do a PS, which I think PS stands for postscript. So I wanted to come back in and do a little PS for you. And on these chicken salad, frittata muffinatas, frittata muffinatas, I put a little bit of chopped tomatoes on afterwards. And you can see after they did cool, they did pop out of that pan perfectly. And it's kind of neat because you can even pick them up just like a little muffin. And so it's great for tailgate. You can eat them with your fingers. So and you can do smaller muffin pans too and do like little muffins. So that was another tip that I forgot to give you. Okay, thanks, bye. Oh, and I'll see you soon. Check out Ambie's Kitchen on YouTube, and I look forward to giving you lots of tips and treats and tricks.